Good morning, everybody. Good morning from Osaka. Today is our last day in Osaka, and hopefully we can go see two castles. We're gonna visit first the Osaka Castle, which is the most famous castle and the biggest in Japan.
So there's lots of parks and gardens around Osaka Castle. You can take a couple little rides, like there's an electric car that takes you around half the property, and then there's a train that takes you around the other half of the property. There's a museum here. You can walk in and around and through it. It's Saturday, we haven't bought tickets yet, but hopefully that's not an issue.
We are getting to the gates, and they have big boulders. They have.
Yeah, walking into Osaka Castle now. Or not into the castle, but like the main castle grounds, I guess. Walking in through some of the outer gates.
And they have big rocks, and it's only one piece.
Well, a lot of this castle was rebuilt in the 30s, and it survived World War II, so this isn't the original Osaka Castle.
But still hard to bring them over here.
A lot of the stonework is original, but it's been re-put, replaced, redone.
Was the 3 times Osaka Castle was burned.
And the first thing that we saw is this garden here. I'm going to try to pronounce the name. It says also inside there's important cultural properties, 3 different buildings, so let's go this way. 200 yen. So we went into the garden, and they said you could buy combo tickets to see the garden, this building here, and main Osaka Castle. So that's what we bought, the combo tickets to go see everything. Makes it easier, I guess.
How much was it?
1,200 yen, so $8 a person, $9. So the first thing we're gonna go see is this building here, Agura. Yeah, I think it's one of the, like a guard post building that you can go walk into and go check out. Let's go see what it is. All right, let's go see what's in this first building here. What are you saying?
Inside all the buildings, we need to keep the mask.
Really annoying.
And look, we are outside. It's all nice and pretty. Look at this building. The cover is so pretty. But let's die with the mask.
I know, it's annoying. All right, let's go check it out. So in this first building, you have to wear their slippers because you walk on the special floors and they don't want you to ruin them. So I
got my shoes in the bag.
You gotta take your shoes with you.
And I have my slippers.
All right, let's see here. Where's extra large? I think these extra large. Ooh. See, they don't want your shoes ruining the hardwood floors. Some old artifacts in here. This building actually looks pretty original. So these are a bunch of the different seals that families would put on the rocks in which they provided for the base of the castle. So you know who did the work or who paid to put the stone there. So in here it's a lot of the history of how and why they built the castle and the different functions. Like the Dobashi, which is the bridge in which you cross the moat, and it says the reason they did it is because you couldn't destroy it, so it always left you an escape route if you had to use it. Let's go see what else. So to read the signs, I'm using Google Lens. You can download actually a couple different languages if you want, and then use your phone to translate. They're not great translations, but it gives you an idea of what the sign says. They got a little display here of some of the artifacts that were found while rebuilding the temple. You see some roof tiles up here. It's really cool fish that used to live up on the roof. It's not a fish, it's a dragon? A dragonfish? Dragonfish. We're calling it a dragonfish. Some of the original beams from the building. This is sort of interesting. These are like flutiers that you see in Europe, huh?
Right.
If you don't believe me, look, even I have to use the handrail on these steps. They're like double-sized steps. All right, let's go see the other building, yeah, babe?
And now today only 10 houses are remain.
Oh.
This turret is one.
One of the original. So this is one of the original 10 buildings remaining.
Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So here you can see the trapdoors here where they could throw boulders at you.
And here, where they were looking for the best
So you can
people to
see
come. If
that's-
they come from the gate, they can shoot them from there.
So that's the outer gate. And then you turn the corner and that's the second gate there. So there's 2 gates to get into all these different Japanese castles we've seen, both this one and the one in Tokyo. And now we're going to take a little walk of the garden. It's beautiful right now. The leaves are just starting to change to the red fall colors. Sort of the reason why we picked this time of year to come visit Japan.
If we're ever gonna come to Japan again, which we are actually taking all the spots and the beautiful places to go see, and all the food we can eat. If we're ever gonna come back, it's gonna be in the beginning of April to see the cherry blossom. If not, this is the Japan you're gonna see from us.
Yeah, everybody says the 2 best times of year to come are late November for the changing of the leaves and sort of late spring for the cherry blossoms. So if you want more history on Osaka Castle, when you're here, they have these great little pamphlets in English, tells you all about the different buildings you can go in, when they were built and rebuilt, and the time and history of Osaka Castle. We are going to try to give you a little bit of history, but we're not that great at it. Just come along and enjoy Osaka Castle with us, yeah?
Yeah, we're gonna go.
We're just tourists on vacation trying to have a good time, right?
Right.
The part that surprises me still about Japan, you have these beautiful historic areas in just every direction. You're surrounded by modern city and giant skyscrapers. No matter what park we've been to or what historical building we visited, you just take a look in an opposite direction. There's a giant radio tower or a giant skyscraper hanging out behind the trees. Still sort of cool though. Really enjoying Japan so far.
I bet this is gonna be so cool when they're gonna turn them all on right here in front of the Osaka Tower. I already can see it and it's so beautiful.
Pretty cool.
Yellow
Castle.
gold.
Well, we're just walking around the castle grounds here. It looks like there's, I don't know, some little buildings over here, some shops. I think this is the main castle entrance right here.
Right, but here is a shrine.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, that's like a Shinto shrine gate, yeah.
They have the gate. Here you can take pictures. You dress up in like samurai
Oh yeah,
and take pictures.
that's cute. So we found this, the taking of photos is free, and Chris found, she wanted to do it all. She's gonna put on all the samurai armor.
It's not easy to get this as samurai.
Okay, there, right there.
Okay, Ben is dressing me as a samurai so we can take a picture, and it's not easy. I'm already hot and I get a hat. Ow! Oh shit! I'm an ugly samurai, I guess.
See, baby.
I'm a samurai. I don't know how you put this. Here's my samurai. Yeah, that's your hat.
Stuff is actually feels pretty authentic too. It's pretty heavy. It's pretty cool that the shop owner let us play with it for free. Probably take my hat off, huh?
You take your, what do you want? A gun or
I need a sword.
a sword? A sword.
You know, you go running into battle to go get somebody?
Yes.
Check me out as a samurai warrior. Oh, there's the
Check
wife.
me out too.
I don't think there's female samurais, but that's cool. There can be now.
There is female samurai. Look at me.
Oh, the fun part of travel. Putting on some fun costumes and taking some fun pictures. Really cool of a little shop owner to have these things for tourists to take pictures with. And it's free too, but he does have a little donation box, so of course we're going to. And then, so this is a gate. Normally on the other side is the Shinto shrine, so we're gonna go check that out. And then afterwards, we're gonna go into the main castle. Absolutely love these Japanese maples. They turn this bright red color. So pretty. Even redder than your hair. Aww. And this would be the second gate into the Shinto shrine. Over here they're selling fortunes, which is pretty common. I think every shrine we've been to, they sell fortunes. This is still my favorite thing over here. If you get a fortune you don't like, you just tie it on and leave it behind. It's a really pretty garden around this Shinto shrine. I think they're called shrines. It's an active one. People are going to pray. These little wood tablets here you write like a prayer on, and then every year they burn them. I forgot the rest of the story, unfortunately. It's cool. It's like a rock garden. It's a really beautiful building. You can tell it's a little bit modern though. They got like the block glass windows. It's a different little small shrine next to the main Shinto temple over here. Since there's many gods in Shintoism, sometimes there's a couple different deities represented in the same spot. What was one of the tour guys saying? Like, depending on the deity, there's like different branch offices for that deity in different shrines. Like, there's like the main shrine for that deity, and then all the little shrines for it around all around Japan. So the inner moat of the castle is empty, close to the outer moat, which is still full of water. It just looks like a bunch of ivy growing in there now. Like the one thing you have to see in Osaka, and we waited to our last day to go see it. So that was the main gate, built during the Edo period, 1626, and was rebuilt in 1868 after the Meiji Restoration. Absolutely beautiful. Chris is right, there's a bunch of gold up on the roof, but I'm not sure if it's actual gold leaf or not. Maybe we'll find out inside.
Here they have ice cream and food if you want to eat. And they have a rooftop cafe terrace there. If we have time, we're gonna do it after we are visiting the castle. It's very busy today here. We already got a ticket, but we still have to go through the line.
It's like a security check. A lot of people waiting to get in here.
And we're gonna go stand in line, put a mask on.
Because we have to go see the castle.
Because we have to go see the castle.
Into Osaka Castle. There's a ton of stairs. There is an elevator around the corner, but some pamphlets.
We go around the corner.
Osaka Castle Museum. So let's go around the corner to the elevators. So the first place we went to is the 5th floor of the castle, which is the observation deck. Really beautiful view from up here of the surrounding gardens. So right here, there's a little boat going around. You can take like a little boat ride around the moat. That might be fun to do later. So the observation deck is on the 8th floor, and we're going down to the 2nd floor. 7th, not 2nd, 7th. I'm not sure if there's anything on this floor. More displays, more history of the castle. So it's a history of Toyotomi and his family starting back in 1534. Going all the way through to 1624. That was the time that Osaka Castle was in use as the capital. What did you find here, baby? Like a little shadow box? It's a cool display.
It's the repair miracle of the castle.
So the 7th floor there was a timeline of Toritomi's life and the time in which he ruled at Osaka Castle until his death at 62 years old. We just went through really quick. We didn't really stay and read all the displays. What do we got down here on level 6? I think it's corridor. So more history and the different flags, the different time periods.
That's so cute.
And how they used to do war here in Japan, I guess, yeah. This is cool. The signboard is Mystery of Osaka Castle, but it talks about how trying to figure out how when the castle was first rebuilt in the 1620s, how it changed from the original building that was built in 1583 and how it stayed the same all the way up to the Meiji Reconstruction. And that's when the emperor took power back from the shoguns, or like the generals of the time. It's a really interesting museum of this castle. You really have to come visit it if you have a chance to come to Osaka. So this is a chrysanthemum design. They're made out of copper and covered in 2 layers of gold leaf. And they're around the roof on the outside of the reconstructed castle, which was rebuilt in 1931. I think the tiger is done the same way. And the really cool dragon fish thing. And of course you got the gift shop. Let's see what Chris is gonna find to buy. She found some cookies, I think. Alright, we just finished up walking through Osaka Castle. Really cool. It's more like a giant museum now, because in the, 35, 36, it was rebuilt as mostly a concrete structure, a more modern building. Really cool. Probably got most of the history wrong, but thanks for coming along with us, guys. Now are we going to go take the boat ride and the train ride, or are we going to try to make it to Himeji Castle, which is like an hour away?
To make it to Himeji Castle because I want to see different castles.
And this is our last day and chance to get over there. So let's see if we can get over there in time. It closes at 4. So we're leaving Osaka Castle, trying to get our way out of here. It is a large area surrounded by parks. And we're just trying to get our way to any metro or any train station.
And find the rock concert.
And yeah, and there's some, I don't know, rock concert or festival going on next to us. Sounds like anime theme music going on.
If you can hear us because of them.
So let's find our way to a train or a metro, and then we'll tell Google Maps to take us to
the castle.
Himeji Castle? Yeah, Himeji Castle. So Google Maps says it closes at 4. Let's hope last admission is at 4 and they let us go in.